Good morning, dear students. Welcome to our unit class. It is your second QC accountancy class. Okay. In the previous class, we discussed the sixth chapter. That is accounting for share capital in the theoretical part. So, what do you mean by joint stock company? Then after that, share capital, shares, meaning of shareholder, and the next phases of a share capital. After that, the issue of shares or otherwise types of shares. Hmm? So, what is the meaning of joint stock company? Joint stock company is nothing but is an association of a person formed to carry on a business with a view of to earn a profit. With a view of to earn profit, having common stock. That is called a joint stock company. Then after that, what is the meaning of share capital? Share capital is nothing but common stock in the joint stock company is called share capital. Otherwise, share capital is a capital raised by the company by the issue of its shares. It is also called as a share capital. Then after that, what is the meaning of share? Share is nothing but it is a share of a share capital. It is a share of share capital. Okay. Otherwise, the share capital which is divided into equal units. The share capital which is divided into equal units, that is also called as the shares. Then who is a shareholder? Shareholder is a person who holds the shares. Who holds the shares is called a shareholder. Then phases of a company. What are the uh, phases of a share capital of a company? Hmm? In that first one, authorized capital. Now next issued capital, then subscribed capital, called up capital, paid up capital. These are all the phases of a share capital. Then next after that, types of shares. Especially the shares are classified into two types. According to the as per section 86 of the Companies Act 1956, according to the section 86 of the Companies Act. Companies Act 1956, a company can issue two types of shares. First one is the preference share and second one is the equity share. What is the meaning of preference share? Preference shares are the shares which have a preferential rights. Which have a preferential rights. First preference over the other kinds of shares in respect of dividend, providing dividend in respect of the capital in the event of dissolution, liquidation of a company, and preference shareholder get a fixed rate of dividend here. Okay, and what is equity shareholder? Who are the equity shareholder? Equity shareholder do not have a preferential rights on the dividend and also in respect of capital at the end of the company or a dissolution of a company or a liquidation of a company. They do not have preferential rights. Who have a preferential rights? Preference shareholders have a preferential rights, and equity shareholder have no preferential rights. Okay. In a preferential shares, preferential shareholders get a fixed rate of dividend. But in an equity shareholder, they do not get any fixed rate of dividend. Okay. So these are all the differences and the meaning of a equity share and a preference share. Okay. Now we are going to discuss the topic of issue of shares. Issue of shares. Here, example XYZ company is there. Why its shares are issued to the public? XYZ company is there. It wants to issue its shares to the public. Why? Because of to raise of the capital fund. Okay? Because of to raise the capital fund. So to expand the business, to improve the managerial ability, to uh, to increase the development of our business, then we want some of the capital, no? So that's why the companies issues its shares to the public for a subscription of money or to raise up the capital fund. It is called issue of shares. Okay? Issue of shares. What is the issue of shares? Issue of shares is nothing but the company holders issues its shares to the public to raise up the capital fund of the company. To raise up the capital fund. That's why the company issues its shares to the public. Okay. This process is called issue of shares. Issue of shares includes mainly three steps, three types. Okay. Here we can see mainly three steps. Issue of shares at par. Then next, issue of shares at a premium. Then issue of shares at a discount. Okay. The company can issue of its shares at par or otherwise at premium value, otherwise at discount value, depending on the firm's demand. Take the meaning of issue of shares at par. Okay. What is the meaning of issue of shares at par? Issue of shares at par means the issue of shares at a price equal to the face value of the shares. Okay. It means issue of shares at a price equal to the face value of the shares. If, example, 10 rupees is the value of a share. Rupees 10 is the value of a share per share. It's a face value. Okay. Rupees 10 per share is a face value. Face value. Okay. What is the value of a per share value? 10 rupees. Rupees 10 is a per share value. Issue of shares at par means issue of shares at a price equal to the face value. Equal to the face value. Issue of shares, take the meaning, issue of shares, it means issue of shares at a price equal to the face value of a share. Equal to the face value of a share. What is our face value here? Rupees 10 is the face value. So issuing to the same value. No premium, no discount. Issuing to the public for a same value. Equal value of a face value. Equal price to the face value. It is called issue of shares at par. Okay. What is the meaning of issue of shares at par? It means issue of shares to whom we are issuing. Here example, I am the XYZ owner, XYZ company owner. XYZ company owner. Okay. So this XYZ company owner issuing its shares to the public. To the public. Why? Because of to raise up the capital fund. In issuing, there is mainly three types are there. Issuing of shares at par, issuing of shares at premium, issuing of shares at discount. Okay. So issuing of shares at par means that XYZ company issues its share to the face, issuing to the public to the price equal to the value of the face. If a face value is rupees 100, then the company issues its share to the public at a price equal to the face value, means to the 100 rupees only issuing to the company. Okay, so it issues to public to the same to the equal to face value. So what is the face value here? Face value is 100. So here equal to the face value means rupees 100 only. There is no discount, there is no premium. Okay. This is called issue of shares at par. And the next issue of shares at premium. Issue of shares at premium. Issue of shares at par completed. So what is the meaning of that? It means issue of shares at a price equal to the face value of a share. That's it. If the face value is 100, issuing to the same equal to the face value. 100 rupees only we are issuing. If face value is 200, same to the face value. For a 200 rupees only we are issuing to the public. If face value is 1000 rupees, then to the public we are issuing. We means here owner issuing only for a 1000 rupees only. Okay, it is a price equal to the face value of a share. That's it. And next one is issue of shares at a premium. Take the next one. Issue of shares at a premium. Second one, issue of shares at a premium. It is very important. Issue of shares at a premium. So what is the meaning of issue of shares at premium? It means The issue of shares at a price at a price higher than the face value or more than the face value. More than the face value. Okay. See example here. At birth. Here face value is 10. At par means same to the equal value. At premium means more than the face value. What is the face value here? 10. More than the face value like 11, 12, 13. Like this example 12. This is called a premium. The issue of shares higher or more than the face value. More than the face value of the shares. More than the face value of the shares. Okay. Is it clear? What is the issue of shares at par? Issue of shares to the issue of shares to the price equal to the value of its face value. What is the par? Issue of shares at a price equal to the value of a face value is called a par. What is premium? Issue of shares shares at a price higher or more than the face value of the shares. Like face value is rupees 10 for each share, then if the owner issuing the share to the public to the same equal to the face value, then that is called at par. If the company issue its shares more than the face value, then that is called a premium. Like example, face value is 10 now, so example more than the 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 like this. Okay. Is it clear? When shares are issuing at a premium, when there is a good demand for the shares, then only the shares are issuing to the public at a premium. When the company have a good name, good demand, the company's shares have a good demand in the public, then only the company issues its share at a premium value. If there is no demand in the market, then sometimes shares are issuing to the public, sometimes equal to the face value and sometimes less than the face value. Okay, is it clear? When we are issuing the shares at a premium, when there is a demand in the market for a share, then only the company's issues to the public more than the face value. It's depending on the company's shares demand in the market. Okay. Issue of shares at premium is completed. Now, just for your clarification, I am giving the information. Okay. Then after that, next issue of shares at a discount. Take the meaning of this. Issue of shares at a discount. Okay. Now, issue of shares at a discount. Third one. Issue of shares at a discount. So what is the meaning of issue of shares at a discount? Take the meaning. It means issue of shares at a price less than the face value of the shares. It means issue of shares at price at a price less than the face value of the share. Less than the face value of the share. When there is no demand for its share, then the company issues its share to the public at a discount base. Okay? When there is no demand for its shares in the market, then the company issues its shares at a discount. At a discount to whom? To the public. Okay. So what is the meaning of issue of shares at a discount? Issue of share at a discount means issuing of a shares at a price lesser than the face value of its share. If face value is 100, less than the face value like 90, 95, 85, like this. And also, when the company issues its share at a discount base, when there is no demand in the market for its share, then only the company issues its share to the public, to the market at a discount base. When there is a demand in the market, then the shares are issuing at a premium base. When there is no demand, when there is no demand, and also as usual, like equal. Just at the time they are issuing at a per basis. Okay. So this is the third one of a issue of a shares. Third step, third procedure. Okay. Third type of issue of a shares. So what is the first one? Issue of a shares at a par, issue of a shares at a premium, issue of a shares at a discount. Like example, face value is rupees 10 now, then at a discount means below the face value. less than the face value. They are issuing to the public. So example here 8 at a discount 8 at par same equal to the face value 10 at premium is more than the face value like 12, 13, 14, 11 lakh. Okay. So these are the types of issue of shares. Types of issue of shares. Okay. Clear? Types of share means equity share, preference share. Types of issue of shares means at par, at premium, at discount. Okay. Types of shares. In here, types of issue of shares. Here, differences is there. Okay. When the question is asking you the types of shares, write the types of shares, then you have to write equity share and preference share. Preference shares. When they are asking, write the types of issue of shares, then you have to write the types of issuing of shares. Like issue of shares at par, then issue of shares at a premium, then next issue of shares at discount. Okay. Okay, this is the difference between the types of share and the types of issue of shares. Okay. Now, is it clear? Equity share and the preference share are the types of shares. After that, how you are going to issue that shares to the public? That is called types of shares. Types of issue of shares. Issue of shares means the company when it want to raise up its capital fund, then it issues its share to the public for a subscription for to raise up of the capital fund. That procedure is called the issue of shares. Issue of shares may be at par, issue of shares may be at premium, issue of shares may be at discount. It is depending on the companies. If the company have a more and more demand in the public, company have a demand. Companies share have more and more demand in the public in the market, then the company issues its share more than the face value, like a premium base. If company have no demand, if company's shares have no demand in the market, then that company issues its shares to the public at a discount price. When there is average, then the company issues at a price, at an equal price to the face value, like at par base. Okay. Next, after that, the procedure for issue of shares. Next topic is the procedure for issue of shares. Like the procedure of issue of share mainly includes 3 procedures. First, application. for shares, then allotment of shares, then calls on shares. Okay. The procedure for issue of shares. Next topic is the procedure for issue of shares. So your first procedure is application for shares. Then next procedure in the issue of share is allotment of shares. Okay. Allotment of shares. Then the third one, calls on shares. Calls on shares. Okay. These are all the three procedures for issue of shares. Sometimes calls on shares also classified into two types: first call, second call. Okay. Mainly three procedures. First one, application. Next one, allotment of share, and the third one, calls on share. Okay, these are all the procedure in the issue of shares. Okay. Mm. Okay. And the next class is all the some of the numerical question based on the issue of shares at per basis. Hmm? Thank you.